If you don't see that crypto is the future at this price, then you don't understand crypto. That's the same message that I've gotten from everyone that I've talked to that has just gotten into crypto in the last year, especially people of a certain age group. And on one of my social medias the other day, I saw that someone posted this where they said, "Oh, look at this. One of these altcoins is sponsoring a NASCAR. Gee, I wonder when Dogecoin will do the same." Uh, yeah, bud, it was done in 2014. There's nothing new under the sun. And just as people were telling me at 65K that Bitcoin was the future, and I didn't understand it because I wasn't willing to buy it there, they are also just as correct in saying that Bitcoin is the future at whatever the price is today. Now, I know I'm knocking on it because it's down today, but people need to really get past this narrative. There's a lot of BS that people listen to when it comes to crypto, like, "Oh, it's the whales that are trying to force everyone out, so don't sell." That doesn't make you any money. You don't know what these institutional investors are doing. In fact, if you watch my last video, you'll see that when they talk, you oftentimes need to do the exact opposite because they're not speaking for your benefit. Now, there's a malady that affects people that have just gotten into crypto in the last year. And I'm going to steal from Bill Maher. He mentioned this about politics and specifically Zoomers last week, where he talked about, you've got AD, as in we live in 2021 AD, there's BC, and then there's BY, before you. And a lot of people don't even take the time to look and see what has happened in the past of Bitcoin. Let's do that right now. Let's just see what is the possibility. We accept that Bitcoin is the future or crypto is the future. Okay, we'll go with that. One thing we can do on TradingView here is we can look at the all-time history index right here, calculated by TradingView. And let's go back and look. So if Bitcoin is the future in June of 2021, then it was also the future in March of 2020. Well, likewise, Bitcoin was the future in 2017, and Bitcoin was also the future in December of 2018. It's still the future in all these times in the past, but the price retraced almost 84% off the high. Wow, that's a big move down. That's not the only time. Bitcoin was also the future in 2013. It was also the future when it was $200 in 2015. It was also the future when it had a 90% or 81% down move in 2013. And all the way back in time, I remember this, it had a 93% move in 2011. Bitcoin was still the future in 2011, a decade ago, but the same kind of market psychology was in effect. People bought the hype thinking that they had to get in or else they were going to miss this great future, and then it came back. Now, that might tell some people that, well, that means my opinion of being a long-term investor is true. Okay, that's fine. But at this point, you need to go on the chart and you need to measure from the high down to where an 80 to 90% retracement is. What you need to look for a buying opportunity is when everyone is disgusted. It's amazing to me that people aren't really willing to buy much more at this price. They're mainly just holding. You would think that they would be glad if they bought it at 60K to be getting it at half off. Why are they not nearly as excited about it now? Well, I'll tell you why. Because most people chase returns. The irony is the buying opportunity is when everyone's given up on crypto and it's not the future. I'm going to leave you with one more example of something that was the future, because a lot of people say, well, Bitcoin may not be the future, Ethereum is the future. It very well may be. It's definitely the present. A lot of NFTs and DeFi all run on Ethereum. It's got a very good use case. It can be the future now. It can also be the future at 20K, or it can be the future at 200. But here's another project that you all may be familiar with. This is Amazon, which we all know now in the current day was the future. But back in the dot-com boom, when people were willing to throw money at pretty much anything tech, it had a 95% decline from the high. The people that bought it in 1999 took a pretty big haircut. Amazon was still the future. But the point here is that price does not necessarily reflect the future. Price is based on people's emotions, what they feel that it's worth at that time. And when everyone agrees that something is the future and everyone agrees that the valuation is going to go sky high, that is not a buying opportunity. The buying opportunity in all these cases is when no one's talking about it. So as long as you hear people on podcasts talking about it, as long as that guy at work is bragging about his crypto portfolio, you need to stay out. Trade wisely. We'll see you in the next video.